Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, honey. It's time for us to talk about Traitors, episode 3. We are 3 episodes in to Traitors, and I'm enjoying it so far. Not gonna hold y'all. I mean, it's really unfortunate that Porsha ended up getting the hell up out of there. She did it to her damn self. That's crazy. Okay. But good luck to Porsha. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see her next season, and hopefully, she lasts much longer than what she did this time. All right. Now, the 3 people that were saved from the last mission that they did, which was Caroline, Colton, and Jam Jam, they are the first ones to make it to breakfast the next morning, right? Because they were already protected. And as they're sitting around chatting, they're feeling like Ron is a traitor based on how things went down with Porsha and him being so adamant, so focused that Porsha is the person and he ended up being wrong. Now they looking at Ron side eye. And Colton, he is kind of on reserve because he's like, are y'all sure? Because it's kind of too obvious for it to be Ron, right? But he did say, okay, he did say that he got gooped last night. Okay. And so now he said that he's paying more attention to the people that moved him off of Donna. And I would say Ron was one of those people that moved him off Donna. In addition, he was advocating. Like he tried to come at Candiace on some like, how do you know it's her? Like, how do you know what makes you so sure? He said, what makes you so sure about Porsha? Oh, well, I got these 3 pieces of evidence. And the evidence went absolutely nowhere. So yeah, they're gonna be on Ron's back a little piece. So Colton thinks that Michael is the traitor, though. He said, I went to Michael. I told Michael, listen, it's between you and it's between Donna. And instead of him voting for Donna, he decides to vote for Porsha. So that was alarming to Colton. So I think in Colton's head, he's thinking that Michael and Donna may be working together in some capacity, or they both may be traitors or something like that. So that's what he's thinking, right? So Candiace, her and her crew come in, right? Candiace was worried, right, all night because Rob C came up to her, right? So first of all, Candiace did not see, I don't think Candiace did not see exactly who Lisa Rinna and Rob R decided on who they were going to eliminate. She did not make it there. She made it there after the fact. So she's been worried because y'all know Rob C approached her talking about some, hey, I think the traitors are trying to do a murder in plain sight or whatever the case was. And she said, BIT, not you over here telling me what it is that I'm doing. Not you know what I'm doing and coming to tell me what the hell it is that I'm doing. Like, that's crazy, okay? So I'm tickled. I'm really enjoying Candiace on this show. She is the comedic relief. I mean, Michael is giving us a piece of that as well. Jam, like, it's good job, guys, okay? I'm entertained. Candiace says that she was surprised by Ron, though. This is what she tell everybody else. I was surprised by Ron flipping on Porsha. And Colton says that, he let nobody in on it. So nobody knew that that is the direction that he was going to go in. Everybody else is throwing names out there, letting people know like, oh, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Ron said nothing, and then we get to the round table and he just want to throw some shit out there. So it's like, where this came from? Left field? Like, what? So everybody is on edge. Now, Mama Kelce says, well, he did tell a few people being me. Okay. He told me, but I told him you got to be mindful. Be careful about how you go about saying this information around the house because you don't know who the hell you're talking to. You don't know if you're talking to a traitor or not. Okay. And then she says, seriously, though, guys, like, I'm not a threat. I said, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Bye, girl. Bye. Anyway, Michael comes in, right? And Jam says, oh, big surprise. Michael's here. Listen, their little feud back and forth is hilarious. The way they get at each other, the way Jam be so over Michael and his antics, baby, I be kicking for sure. So Tiffany over there getting the mess started again in my personal because she tells Michael about Jam and why she voted for Michael. Like, I voted for you. I feel like I needed to vote for you because Jam asked me if I was going to vote for you or whatever like that. And if I didn't, I just really felt like Jam was going to kill me. And I'm like, girl, Tiffany, I see you. Girl. Go on, get the mess started. So Michael, he pretty much zoned in on Jam being the traitor. And Jam zoned in on Michael being the traitor. So they just really going at it, okay? Once everybody makes it to breakfast, that is when they all realize that Robsy was the one that got eliminated. Okay? What was killing me is always going to be the usual, getting the chance to see everybody that's acting like they really care and gave a damn about this person being eliminated. And, as the bonds continue to grow, I'm sure some of them will be affected by a person leaving. But it's like, Y'all really was that disappointed? I guess. I do see some of the gamers likely being disappointed, especially Tiffany. Even though she didn't give that elaborate speech like she did the last person, I could see her being affected because listen, Rob was on point. And I know Tiffany is thinking to herself, like, damn, he said they was doing a murder in plain sight last night. And then now look at here, he ain't even here. He was on to something like, damn, I hate I lost that person because he could have got me way further in the game because it's clear that Rob C was really studying traitors. Okay. So there's that. Now, Jam tells Caroline that Michael is the one in there that's in the situation, in her opinion, right? Because, or at least in Jam's, in his opinion, because he feels like Michael is afraid of the gamers. So when Michael first came in on, I think, day one, he was like, mathematically, there are 5 gamers and 5 housewives. At least 2 of them are traitors, right? And ain't no telling what else Michael has done for him to display him being afraid of the gamers. So Jam is like, okay, this is further more clues, in my opinion, to lead me to believe that, yeah, you're a traitor. Okay, you're a traitor. You got that gamer up out of here. I see you. Right? So Michael asked Steven and Tiffany, like, do he lie? Did he lie like this on that show, Survivor? Like, don't you got a scheme, plot, and all of that? Right? Don't you got to be very deceptive? Because that's what he giving right now. Right? And they said, well, he did win Survivor, honey. So Michael says, oh, I didn't know that traitors could get a shield. So Michael's still upset about this motherfucking shield that he was not given the opportunity to speak out against. He is still mad. And I'm like, Michael, baby, we only had 45 minutes, son. You didn't have that much long to plead your damn case, baby. Like, God, dog. Like, we still on this. And Jam had me screaming because he said, I can't. I just holler. So Natalie is like, baby, didn't we already go over this? Didn't we do this already? And Jam is like, stop asking about it. Stop asking about it. And Michael like, nah, you need to get used to answering some questions up in here. And Jam says, I'm just giving you game. All right, I'm just doing the game and you're taking it personal. And Michael's like, I don't play games. I don't play games. And Ron is like, but you playing one right now. Yeah, but I don't play games. You're a gamer. You're a gamer. I don't play games. I'm just like, okay, Michael. Michael, you finna get eliminated from your loud ass voice because I'm trying to understand why the hell you down there to the breakfast table yelling. Hmm? Hmm? Why is you down there yelling? I said, I know Tiffany wanted to cuss you the fuck out because you over there screaming in her ear at the top of your damn lungs. Like, you're going to get eliminated from that loud ass mouth. Okay. I can't. I was waiting for somebody to say, why the fuck is you in here yelling? Okay. If it's not enough that y'all be beating on the damn door hard as hell, which is what y'all supposed to do, but damn, you gotta come in here hooping and hollering too. Damn. Anywho, he would have had to get cussed out. Now, Alan comes out, right? And it doesn't seem like anybody really picked up on the fact that a murder happened in plain sight. I think they just thought that it, like Lisa said, it was just like a usual, somebody gotta go. Unfortunately, it was that person. But they didn't catch that Rob C was right. But maybe Tiffany caught it because he had already gave her the heads up. Anywho, what they learned is that before we even go do a mission, we finna get some more of y'all up out of here, or at least try. Okay, so guess what? It's time for us to have a round table. And so everybody's shocked. They're shook. It's happening at the last minute. They don't really get a lot of time to talk with each other to decide on who they are going to vote for. But it's so ironic. They did not have a lot of time to talk about it, but everybody was pretty much on the same damn page, though. The little time that they had was enough time for them to do what they need to do when they got in that room. Hello, because it was like damn near unanimous, in all honesty. Michael is ready. He over there nodding his head like, yeah, as if his vote is going to be the main vote to get Jam the hell up out of there, because we already know that's who he's focused on, right? Um, as they're getting ready to go in here, I did kind of feel a little bad for Ron because I like honestly, Porsha did do this to herself, in my opinion. I feel like Ron just drove it home, but I mean, Ron heard things that other folks heard, like Donna heard it. Who else heard it? Michael heard her slip up. Of course, Ron heard it. Other people were in the room, so somebody else probably would have mentioned it, brought it up, or whatever the case was. Like, he just did what I feel a lot of people would have done in this situation. Like, oh, these are slip ups. Oh, okay. Oh, or maybe it is her, right? So I kind of feel bad for him that they finna be on his head top. They finna be on your head top run, but you might be able to be safe. You might be safe because they're gonna use you as a little bit of a guinea pig. You know what I'm saying? To deflect off of them yet another mission, another round table or whatever, right? So I felt a little bad for Ron. You know, yeah, just a little piece. I'm not gonna forget how you came at Candiace, but just a little piece. Anywho, let's keep going. So Tiffany and Michael are trying to go into the secret room and chat, and it was just funny because she was trying to direct him and tell him stuff like this book, that book, pull that book. So they go back there in the room. He goes and chat, and it was so interesting how they had just went into the room as another set of people were coming through the door. So that was interesting. They did not get caught conversing with each other, but it's like, Tiffany, why did y'all need to go into the secret room to chat when everybody pretty much is seeing where your loyalty lies when it comes to Michael? Y'all don't need to go off into a secret room to chat. Everybody know where you stand. Like, girl, what? So anywho, she tells him that she thinks he's right on when it comes to Jam, but she like, you gotta chill out. And I'm like, Tiffany, baby, why is you taking such a strong liking to Michael? Why are you trying to be his co-captain or whatever it is? Like, why are you partnering with him? Like, what is it about Michael that you've taken this liking to? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, maybe she knows that he look, because let me tell you this. Maybe she knows he's gonna be on the show for a minute. So she's attaching herself to him, even though, I thought Porsha was gonna be on the show for a minute. So I don't know, but all in all, um, I will say this, and I probably put it in my notes. Michael has been walking around here in my personal acting like ain't nobody getting rid of him. Like, his actions have definitely been giving traitor. However, he still has been operating like y'all not ain't nobody finna do that to me though. So that's why I'm like, Tiffany, baby, do you know something that I think I know, but am not sure? Because why are you attaching yourself to this man so damn much? Why are you giving him pointers? It's really like, save yourself. If you go through all of this just to look out for Michael to adhere to what you're saying, and then Michael plays you in the end, some part of me want to feel like that's what you get. However, I feel like it ain't gonna be that way because Tiffany is a very smart player, though. Tiffany is a listen. How I feel in this moment, and that can change. Okay, if Rob wins this show, I wouldn't be mad. The way he's just getting in there and nobody is really suspecting anything. Listen, I'm loving it. But also, everybody in the damn house got like a crush on Rob, guys and girls included. Okay. Everybody got damn near a crush on Rob. So them good looks is gonna help him be on the show much longer. But I love how he's not afraid to get in the paint. Y'all know I love me some Candiace down. I would like to see her remain on the show as long as possible. If she wins, I would love that. I don't know if I see that just yet. Because girl, you be taking some risk that I don't think that you need to be taking. I think you need to chill a little bit more. But I think Candiace thinks that if she's more interactive, then maybe she wouldn't be suspected. But I'm like, girl, those are the very things that'll make somebody suspect you, right? And then Tiffany, I would love to see Tiffany win this show too. Hello? I would love to see. I want those are the three how I feel in this moment that I would not mind seeing be winners of Traitors at this particular time. But we just got to see how the show plays out, right? But like, Tiffany, just ease back up off Michael just a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Anywho, meanwhile, okay, while Tiffany and Michael are talking, you got others on the other side of the door that are chatting, and I think it could have been Eric. Was Natalie over there? I think Natalie was over there and it was somebody else. They were all chatting. And they pretty much feel like Michael is the one. They think that he could be a traitor. And if not, he just doing too damn much. Okay. And that doing too much is probably what's going to get him kicked out at some point. But again, am I the only person that's feeling like Michael out here operating like y'all ain't finna do shit to me? Like, and I done signed enough of a contract to be here for a few weeks. So what y'all talking about? I don't know. Somebody, either that or it's the caucasity. So we get to Colton, Dorinda, Rob, and Natalie, right? Colton is going for Donna. Right out the gate, he's like, listen, she was my pick originally. I fell back on it. Ain't nobody finna change my mind. Y'all decide on what y'all finna do, but I'm trying to convince y'all to come with me. How we rocking? What's tea? Okay. So then Dorinda wants Rob, and Rob says, hold on. Yeah, Colton mentions that, and oh, I'm sorry. Dorinda wants Run, not Rob. Forgive me. She wants Run. And then Rob says, but if we get Donna, then we automatically gonna get Run next. Like that just only makes sense. We need to see if Donna is the person first. Okay. So then we got Candiace. Okay. Candiace tells Monét, like, I really feel like I'm taking Run's flip personal. I probably would have took that personal too. Cause he was so adamant and so focused. But and then, that's one of my alliances, one of my good Judies. Whether we be on and off sometimes, like that's somebody that I was looking at having my back while we here, and you done kick my girl off the show. Like, oh yeah, I got a fucking problem with you. I'm upset with you right now. So I definitely understand Candiace taking that personal, right? She feels like Ron and Donna were in on this together. I mean, honestly, it like, yes, we get to see more as the viewers, but in the house, I probably would think the same damn thing. I would likely think the same damn thing. Because when I said it was Donna, you came at me on someone, why would you think that is Donna? What evidence or what do you have to think this and that? So you derailed me from voting, or at least you didn't derail me. I still voted for her, but you convinced the other house to vote for my girl, got her out, and your ass ended up being wrong. Like, it does give that you protected Donna. I would feel the same exact way. So Caroline is saying that Donna, she's saying she gonna vote for Donna as well. Donna comes and sits in the room with them. They start saying, she was like, girl, I heard that. Y'all ain't got to shush me. Girl, I already hear what's going on. I know y'all looking at me. I know I'm the op right now. It's cool. But she does try to divert their attention from her to focusing on Michael and his actions, okay? And again, Michael, similar to Porsha, is setting himself up. If he were to be voted out, then yeah, you did it to yourself with your loud mouth, because you are giving antics of a traitor, as in, I can't die, you can't do nothing to me. What you gonna do? I'm running this. Like, yeah, you would do it to yourself. So Rob is like, he looking, because y'all know Rob is sold on voting for Donna, really. But he also wants to do what the group wants. He wants to not stand out as a traitor. So he wants to kind of see where the group is at so he can go along with the group. But he also looking around as people are kind of like going along with this Michael theory. And you got Jam over there like, yeah, Michael's like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, I'm sorry, not Michael, but Rob's facials at the time was looking around like, what the hell is y'all doing? Please tell me y'all not finna get in there and flip, right? But either way, I'm protected right now, so I'll just go with whatever it looks like. Whatever the consensus is going to be, that's what I'm going to do, right? So anywho, they get to the round table. Ron was the first person to be mentioned. He says he just played off of what he saw and what he heard. I can't be mad. Can't be mad at him for that. He says they didn't have a respect for his ability to talk and change minds until he did it, but that doesn't mean I'm a traitor. Baby, he was right. He was right. He was right. I do believe that y'all did not have a respect for him and how he played his game or any of that, and how he's able to change people's minds and sway people until he did it. But that doesn't mean I'm a traitor. And I'm like, can somebody tell him that doesn't mean that you're not a traitor? Actually, those characteristics is exactly what a traitor would be, sir. Okay, so Colton wants Donna and Michael to pretty much speak their piece. Like, okay, I hear what he's saying, but we ain't even on you right now, so you might be safe for another day. But I need y'all two to tell us, like, y'all really on the chopping block, like I already told Michael. So y'all really need to defend yourselves and let people know what the hell going on. So which one is it? So Donna says, I know everybody trying to come after me. She says, I'm really just fangirling after everybody. I'm like, are you really? Are you one of those fangirls to the point where you just so damn shocked you don't know what to do? You tense up and you don't know how to have conversations or something? You get scared or what? Because I feel like you've been in there a few days to get comfortable enough. So if it's some fans that you really like, you'll at least try. I mean, or not fans, but if you're fans of certain people, then I would think that you will try and at least start a conversation up to get closer to them or something. So I don't know. Candiace says, yeah, and those are the reasons you make a good traitor, because of your sweet characteristics, okay? Your mommy antics. There's certain things about you that would make one overlook you because you are older, you give mom. It's a few other sweet, nice characteristics about yourself that one would not even think of you as a traitor. right? So Jam is like, you need to speak up for yourself more. That's what we need you to do right now. And Donna says, well, think about who's pushing my name. Who's pushing my name the hardest? I can't say who it is because ain't nobody telling me. And Colton says, well, girl, it's me. I'm the one that's pushing your name because last time we voted, I was focused on you, but I was convinced to vote for Porsha, and I did that, and I'm kicking myself because it was the wrong decision. Donna said, well, you're going to be kicking your damn self again, okay? You're going to be kicking yourself today, baby. Don't vote for me. I'm hollering. So then, I believe Tiffany asked her, like, girl, so who you think the traitor is? She said, Michael. Donna, like, I think it was Michael. Michael, I think that you're not ignorant. I think you know a lot more than what the hell you telling us right now. And yeah, we know that you're an actor. You're a good one at that. So you could be playing in our face like you've been doing. Right. And Jam is like, well, is there more? Is there more to Michael? Because what it is, Jam needed Donna to give more, right? So that not just his opinion, but also her opinion would be enough to sway people to vote for Michael and get his ass up out their house. But Donna says, yeah, like he be driving a conversation. And when we're focused on one point, he likes to shift us from the direction that we're going in to something completely different. So these are the reasons why, girl. That's why. And Michael says, you listen, baby, I'm your most faithful up in this mother. Understand? Okay. And if I got voted out, I'll be the best looking, dopest, faithful that y'all to come across up in this mug. Okay. And I'm like, baby, what does best looking, which you're not, what does best looking have to do with anything? That's crazy. I said, yeah, Michael. I said, you just doing antics for TV and you know what's gonna make TV. And one of them producers told you that you was gonna be around. I don't know what it is, but somebody, because the confidence is crazy. Now, he goes on to say the name of the game is Traitors. And we here to capture dirty, deceitful, deceptive traitors, period. Okay. So then Jam says, but you haven't even told us who you think the traitor is. And he's like, what you mean I haven't told you? I've been very, very clear that it's you. Like, you the one that I think is the traitor. Duh. I mean, yeah, he pretty much has been saying that. Like, he hasn't really wavered on too much. I mean, I guess on the Porsha situation, even though he kind of had his idea about Jam, but I feel like it's been pretty clear since Porsha, like, who he think is the traitor. Right. And Colton is like, but my thing is, you knew that you was up against Donna and you still mentioned Porsha. And here you are kind of doing the same thing again. It's you or Donna. And instead of you going against Donna, you're deciding to just throw somebody else like Jam under the bus. Like, it kind of looks like you're trying to get rid of a faithful. That's what it seems like. And somebody mentioned that he was going against people that's going against him because somebody called him out. And he was like, no, I'm not. I'm being clear. I told y'all who it is, who I think the number one deflector and defender is. If you want me to say your name, I can always say your name. I'm just like, oh my God. Ooh, Michael, child. I'm like, just say Michael name. A little piece. Some part of me is like, no, keep Michael. And then the other part is like, no, let Michael go. Let Michael go out the door. Go on ahead and send Michael out. Michael tripping. So Caroline, Caroline, we don't care because she pretty much said you keep saying certain names, whatever it is. Like, you keep mentioning names that's coming with you, whatever. That's coming after you. Michael says, yeah, so we got through the Michael discourse for the most part. I felt like Michael wasn't listening to anything that Tiffany said. I said, Tiffany, save yourself. Tiffany pulled you into that room, told you how it looks. That lady told you it's not about just how you feel and stuff and what you gotta say. It is how you say it, but more importantly, you gotta get people to go along with what you're saying. You gotta convince people to vote in the direction that you need them to vote in, right? And I'm like, girl, he not listening at all. He didn't listen. So please save yourself and stop trying to save him. Only for her to go on in the next mission and save him. Anyway, Eric voted for Donna. So first of all, it's time for them to vote. One thing that stuck out was Eric saying that he voted for Donna because he doesn't believe that she's a traitor, but he does believe this is what the faithfuls need. And I was like, then you think that she the traitor then, right? I said, well, maybe he said that because if she turns out to not be a traitor, then don't come for me because I'm just voting with the group, basically is what he was saying. Jam voted for Donna and not Michael, which was surprising, but Michael still kept his foot on Jam neck and voted for him. Everybody voted for Donna except for Michael, which continues to leave him looking crazy as hell. But again, I don't think he's going to be up on the chopping block. So Donna goes up there and says, I know I'm the sacrificial lamb and I know I had a blast meeting you all. On that note, I'm going to go, but you got yourself a traitor. So she went, exposed herself. You know what I'm saying? Good for her. And she ended up being a traitor. So everybody was right. And more than anything, my girl Candiace was right on day one. When she highlighted Donna, now, first of all, she highlighted Lisa Rinna for being a traitor, and she was right. She had to walk that back. The next person she clocked was motherfucking Donna. She was right. Okay. Then you got everybody else in the house like, no, for real. Like the first day I thought it was her. And then Colton, he really feeling like he did some because he had put her name down there and all, or at least he didn't write her name down, but he said her name, but then took it back. So you know he want his credit too, because he also was able to convince people that it was Donna. But I'm like, my girl told y'all from the beginning who it was. Stop playing on her top like that, okay? Stop playing on her top like that. I really enjoy seeing Candiace on this show, and I love that a lot of y'all are loving her too. Even if you couldn't stand her on Potomac, I'm seeing a lot of y'all loving her too. Baby, she was the same girl on Potomac. You just let your fave stand in the way. Period. Anyway, so all in all, everybody went crazy. Michael standing up there looking shocked, like, and it's like, Michael, baby, you're not giving enough of a reaction for me, which continues to push the narrative that people are going to believe that you is the traitor that you are, because your reaction is like, but it's not really surprising. It's just looking like you got to give a reaction to act like, oh my God. Oh, okay then. So, anywho, it's time for the mission. They got to pair up with a person that they would trust with their life. So, it's time to go around and find somebody. Can I highlight the fact that Candiace and Tara are partners and how so cute they are that they kind of give a piece of Clueless like Cher and Dion? Not actual Clueless. They don't give Clueless women, but they just give the vibes of Cher and Dion. When I look at Candiace's outfits that she's worn, the past few episodes, I said, "Bitch, you better eat." I love that little outfit with the dun 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 dun. I said, "Oh, this is so cute." I like the blue she walked in with that morning. I like the black Cher had walking down when they were once they found out who the traitor was. They were walking down the hallway together. And so I said, "Oh, this is my Cher and Dion period. That is cute, honey." Anywho, those two ladies teamed up. All right, Candiace is keeping her around because she's talking about she need to use her wand curler, honey, to keep her hair on point. I'm hollering. Okay. Michael wants to save Ron. Right, when he learns that Ron don't got a partner because they said one person, the odd man out, you're going to automatically be up for elimination. Ain't nobody really rocking with Ron right now. So, Ron, you are going to be up, baby. Oops, I kind of felt bad for him. Even Michael did. Michael was like, well, listen, you want to switch? You want to get with Tiffany? And it's like, Tiffany, baby, this man is willing to throw you away to Ron. And you still over here trying to protect and defend him and prove your loyalty? You ain't tired. Is you not tired? Girl, what's going on? Is you not tired? He about to pass you up to Ron, and Ron say, no, it's cool, it's fine. You know, I know don't nobody mess with me. Like, no, it's fine. I'll just be out here by myself. Like, it's all cool. But shit, part of me feel like Ron ass didn't want to participate in that mission no damn way. Ron about tired from the last damn mission y'all ass was on. So Ron's like, nah, I'm fine. I don't need no damn partner because I ain't trying to do that much work any damn way. Why would I go and do all this damn work and still end up likely being murdered at the end of the night? Hell no, just let me chill. At least I can go out doing nothing. Hello? That's what's really going on. So Tiffany trying to prove her love to Michael, her loyalty to Michael. So once they get out there in the fields, of course, one person has to be in the cage. The other person has to run out and collect these bones or whatever, stack these bones up. Whoever gets them within a certain amount of time, stacking the 10 skulls up, then you can free your partner. If not, you're going to be subject to being murdered. Now, Eric was explaining when it came down to it, once everybody got in the cages and once they started doing their confessionals, Eric was explaining what he was taught as a child about putting others first. When they talked about that, when they showed that clip in comparison to everybody else's confessional pretty much talked about their actual partner versus talking about them as a child. And I said, it makes me think that Eric is going to be the one eliminated because why the hell is you even showing us that? Maybe they showed us that because of what was going to happen at the end. But it was like, why would you show us that? Anywho, it is what it is, all right? what else? So the mission starts, they got to search for these 10 skulls, stack them up, all of that. They only got 10 minutes. The first person to discuss the task in the confessional is Eric again. Eric saying all Johnny has to do is go pick up 10 skulls and stack them. And hopefully he can do everything fast enough. Okay, another one of those shots that they gave us, but they didn't really give us that with the other players, which made me think, number one, he's going to still be there at the end of the night. Okay. He's going to be stuck in that cage. Cause why are y'all showing us why are y'all showing me this particular confessional or these particular confessionals? Right. And then it just makes me think he might be the one eliminated. But I don't know, because once the traitors got in the room, they had some really compelling arguments, I feel, with the other people. So I don't know. These are just the thoughts that I had as I was watching the show, right? So Maura's telling Rob, because Rob gets back with the stuff, and she's like, okay, hurry up. Okay, no. And then just stay calm. And I said, bitch, I would never partner with Maura for anything else again. If it has to be like a partner save, Maura wouldn't be my partner, because I just felt like Maura, like, damn, girl, you about to get a man anxiety and you like, hurry up. No, stay calm though. Stay calm. But you need to, oh my God. It's like, girl, like, which one you want me to do? Which one? I'm trying to work as fast as I can. Which one you want me to do? You ain't even trying to help me. You ain't trying to say, okay, put it like this and then maybe position him. Okay, you really rushing him, but then telling him to remain calm at the same time. Like, bitch, when I tell y'all, Maura, I like you, Maura. The best part of you, Maura, for me was when you saved Candiace in that kitchen. At this point, you kind of getting on my nerves, okay? You kind of getting on my nerves. Between you and Jam wanting to see his thick ass in that chair, okay, to save his own ass. I couldn't even fault him. And you over there begging and pleading, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Like, Maura, girl, and you over here getting on damn Rob's nerves, but he worked through it and he saved you. But when I tell you that bitch will never be my partner again, I mean it. Anywho, Johnny had no urgency at all, y'all. No urgency at all. I would start looking at him like his ass the damn traitor. And you was trying to set me up to get me up out the house, in all honesty. So Tiffany got Michael out. And did y'all catch that she tried to jump on Michael and Michael didn't really catch her? For real? And she kind of like fell to the ground. Tiffany, you looking crazy, baby. Stand up. You looking a little crazy. It's making me question, do you have a crush on this man? Do you have a crush on this man? Or something? Because what's going on? She tried to jump on Michael like Natalie jumped on Monét when he saved her. No, ma'am. Anywho, Ron, Lisa, Eric, Kristen, Caroline, and Johnny, they are the ones that's going to be up for elimination. Baby, the way Johnny didn't even start, and then when he got back, they were like, Johnny, the game's over, Johnny. You only had 10. Do you realize you only have 10 minutes? Like, you only had 10 minutes, Johnny. What was you doing, Johnny? And Eric, if you do get eliminated, that's what you get. Because why the hell would you put yourself in a cage and have Johnny out? Johnny don't look like he athletic about none of this at all. Okay? Crazy. And so when they told Johnny that, Johnny said, well, shit. It was something like that. It was very funny. It was very funny. But if I was Eric, I would be mad AF at him. Colton thinks that it was interesting as they're on their way back for Tiffany to be supporting Michael the way that she is, saying that Michael is a person that she could trust because that's what the whole challenge was about. And I said, see, Tiffany, save yourself. Now you got Colton over here looking at you sideways, right? Colton is like, I also find it interesting that Michael was the one in the cage versus you being out of the cage. So even if things did not work out and y'all lost, how Colton is thinking about it is Michael still would be saved, and therefore Michael can make sure that you're not eliminated because Michael is a traitor. So now I'm starting to look at Tiffany. At least that's what I'm thinking Colton is thinking, right? So Colton does talk to Tiffany and say, so you off Michael? She's like, no, I ain't off Michael. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just more so on Ron. So Maura and Tiffany are feeling the same way about Ron. They feel like he's using this sap story about nobody wanting to partner with him to gain sympathy from people. And they feel like that's a strategy. And, you know, that's what's going on, right? Tiffany does go on to talk about how she thinks that Jam is killing every damn body. So now, not only are you partnering up with Michael, people believe that Michael is the traitor, but now you're also pushing the Jam narrative with Michael, Girl, if your ass get kicked out that house before Michael, that's crazy. And again, you would have set yourself up similar to Porsha. All right? I can't. And then you're going to end up in the hot seat come the next episode. All of this for Michael, who couldn't even catch you when you saved him. Insane. So Colton is now believing that Tiffany is the mastermind. And he like, baby, I'm coming for you at the end of the fucking day. Understand, I'm coming for you. Now, when it's time for the traitors to link up and talk about everything, when they get to Ron, they said keeping Ron would help create more confusion for everybody. Because if people are believing that Ron is the traitor, they're buying themselves a little more time by having Ron there, letting them continue to divert that attention over there to Ron while they get somebody else out the house. Now they're thinking about getting rid of Caroline because this far into the game, no housewife has been murdered technically. Yes, Porsha got banished, but Porsha wasn't murdered. Right. So if they kind of save Caroline, it could make what Michael said true that, housewives are a part of the traitors. So they're saving their own. So they don't want that attention on them. So they are considering getting rid of Caroline. I'm like, true. That's a good reason that she probably may need to go. Eric, at least that's how I processed it. Right. So Eric, he wouldn't lead back to them if they got rid of Eric. There really is no connection there, so they could get rid of Eric. And then Kristen is a big threat. They feel like Kristen is a threat similar to Rob C, to where she could be on to them very soon. However, because in my opinion, they're going to use Ron as that shield in a sense, I think it's going to be between Caroline and Eric. And because it does work in the favor of the housewives to keep Caroline, I still kind of feel like Eric is going to be the one gone, but I'm okay with being wrong. So I'm looking forward to seeing who the hell they get rid of. When they go out there to meet the faithfuls face to face, Eric says that he has a set of skills that he can use. And if they don't choose him, he hopes that his spirit and the other faithful spirits hunts them. Okay, then, Eric. I'm like, what set of skills can you use to benefit them? How can you use your skills to benefit them if your skill is not you being a traitor? Kristen says, I don't beg, okay? I don't beg, borrow, and I damn sure don't steal, so therefore I will not be worried. I said, I know that's fucking right, Kristen. Kristen said, I'm ready to meet whatever fate you got for me. And because she's giving that energy, it made me feel like she ain't going nowhere. Caroline says, I'm the least of your problems, baby. You need to be worried about somebody else, okay? I'm not ready to go. Give me a little more time here. Ron says that he's been waiting for this. He said, you better kill me now or you will regret it. Show me your faces. Baby, let me tell you something. Ron was getting his theatrics, okay? Ron said he is going to use this opportunity to audition. Do you hear what I say? Okay, I will be using these clips as a part of my reel, or my acting reel, so that I could send it out. Do you hear me? Yes, I'm a comedian, but I'm trying to tap into the acting space as well. Because, baby, he had me damn laughing. Show me your faces. You better kill me now. Because if you don't, I'll be coming for you. I'm like, Ryan, baby, ain't it the same way that they did not respect your game enough to believe that you had the ability to change minds? I don't think it's working here to change their minds. And the way that you flopped when it came to Porsha, I'm sure they're not concerned at all. But they will continue to use you. They will continue to use you. But I don't know. Because if they do keep Ron, I feel like it's an opportunity for Ron to kind of show something different and show just how much of a non-traitor he really is. Right? But again, I do think that Ron is an underdog to a lot of people. They're underestimating him, but they also keeping their eye on him at the same time. So I don't know. Should be interesting. But I think that's all that I really have at this time. Y'all leave your thoughts and comments down below about the latest episode of Traitors, episode 3. Like up the video if you have yet to do so and you made it this far in the video. Go ahead and do that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I am JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cash died at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL. Got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man? They say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film. I can feel it pull